Hello and welcome to Digitals and Gaming. I'm Santosis and this is another episode of Direwolf20's or 1.19. Right, so we're going to automate this thing today. So I've got a few bits and pieces. I've got the processing pattern, I've got that kind of stuff. So a few more smart cables. I dyed this one purple so that we can have a little bit of a different color. And also I ran it under the thing, but I also wanted to see how many channels we're using. So I kind of just covered it up like that. Now I'm using an ME pattern provider. I put it into the grid and I get a slimline ME pattern provider, which is exactly what I want to use. Now we are going to basically look at this. Now ME pattern providers, I think they're the same in refined. They've got the ability now to do different bits and pieces, like you know, on a redstone pos, put the next lot in, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to see what kind of things we've got. So we've got blocking mode, which ignores the contents of the target directory. Essentially, it will just chuck it in there, right? Okay. Do not push crafting ingredients in if it contains a pattern input. Now that's interesting because that's exactly pretty much what we need. If it's got a recipe in there and it's not an output, so it's an input pattern, we want to leave it and then put the next one in after. What else we got? Ignore the contents of the target directory. So it just basically does one or the other. So I'm going to set it to this one. And we are going to put this pattern in there. We're going to give it a cable so that we can feed the system. So that should be good, right? So it should feed it into the system. And we need to get it now out. So what I'm going to do here is break the block underneath. And we're going to put an import bus on the bottom. Like so. And we'll hook that little cable up. And then what we'll do is we'll just fill in the floor. Okay, so now what should happen is it should be fed into here. It will be... no, it won't be, will it? Because it will be fed into there and then immediately sucked out. So, have we got any of the bars in the system? If not, we can just break that block or turn it off, create some, and then off they go again. Now, where are those? What are they called? Energized something. Oh, there we are. There they are. So, I just need one of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to here on the import. And I'm only going to allow the import of that item. So now no matter what's in there, it won't really care. It will just insert, put that into there, and we should be good. Now, let's go and, in fact, actually, let's just switch over to crafting only for the moment. We're going to take, so we got one here. So we're going to do one. Start. Okay, that's one. And it waits and then gets imported. Perfect. Okay, so that's cool. So now, the moment of truth. Let's try 10. Which should be 5 crafting. So that's the first crafting. It waited. Sweet. Okay. It needs to take it out a little bit faster. Other than that, the hat is so much simpler. Because... I mean, obviously, it might be in the refined storage system that you can do that now, and it may very well be like that because I'm going to check it on one of my other systems. Obviously, you know, one of the other ones that we do. But that's awesome. Okay, so we can set up the others either in here, which temporarily might not be a bad idea, to be honest. Because we could put a whole bunch more of these up. We could upgrade these as we go. It would make life a little bit easier, right? So let's go and see what we can do. So these are all our craftables right now. We've got no... well, we have got a crafting recipe for power. We've got no crafting recipe for the reactor. So for the next tier of reactor, we need this and we need these, right? So we need 4 of those. So 36 is what? 9, 18, 36. So we need 9 sets of these. So we need 36 of these. Each one of these is produced by 2, so we don't need 36. We need how many? 3. Oh god, math. 36 divided by 2. 15, 18. Right? So we need 18 of them. But then we need 18 times 4. It's just mad. Okay, so 18 times 4. 18 times 4. There we go. 72, right? So we need 72 of these. 72 of these. And 18 of those. So let's go and have a look at just exactly what we have in the system. Because if we need 72, we need to make sure we've got enough dielectric paste, which we have. We can always make more of that, so that's not a massive issue. We've got some of these already. I think we should... We need 72 of those things. So we got 12, so we need 60 more. So hardened capacitors, we need 60 more. So I'm going to get that. Right, we don't have a crafting recipe for that. Which we kind of need one, I think. I think we kind of need one for that. Yeah, that would be good. Okay, so let's go here. And we'll go harden. Will we go hardened? Let's go capacitor. Let's have a look for that one, which is the hardened one. Let's do one of these, and then we'll shove it in one of these. So we're going to take out... Are we going to take out that one? Crafting... Yeah, we are. We're going to take out that crafting recipe because we're going to put that one in its place. And we are going to order... So we've got 12 now. We're going to order 60 more. So we're going to order 60 more of these, which should be 30 craftings. Roughly. Because it's 2. Wow. Okay. So that zipped through until it needs the items that are being crafted here. So obviously as the tiers go up, this will get faster and faster and faster. And right now I'm actually not that worried about this. I'm not that worried about the speed of things because it means that I can now go off and do something else. And obviously if I've got a big crafting, then we're good. So that's cool. So while that's working, which we should be able to see, we're going quite well there. I'm going to go and turn the Enderman on. What have we got in here? So we're going to take all of that. And we're just going to stand here for a moment. And listen to the sounds of death. That looks like that's already finished crafting. Wow. Okay, so we're not going to stand there for a moment. Because I'm going to go over here and see if it actually has finished. Has it finished? It's got 30. It looks like it has. Yeah. We got 30 of them. Oh, I asked for 30. I need 60. So I need 30 more. Dielectric paste. You know what? Let's see if we've got enough of these. We haven't got enough of these things. We need dielectric paste. Okay, so dielectric paste. Dielectric paste. It's there, isn't it? So let's just use that. Right, so we can make it this way, which I think is probably our best bet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go dielectric. Is that even right? I don't even know. Alright, let's go here and we'll create a crafting recipe for it. And we'll take this pattern out and we'll put this pattern in. Now, if we go with hardened, there we go, and we go for another 30, what we should have is There we go. So now in here it should be making dielectric paste, which it is, and then capacitors and then all that kind of stuff. And then this is doing the energized iron, which is perfect. Okay, so that's all good. What have we got in here? Like, okay, so we definitely need to stand here for a second while that is going. So you can see that that's going on. So we're just going to wait for a second, take some of this experience out, and basically create some more Endermen. Look at the speed on that now. It seems to get quicker. I'm not complaining, to be honest, because obviously you've got a long thing like that. There we go, that's done. We've got some Enderman. How much have we got? We've got a little bit of fluid in there, so that'll be cool. We've got more there. And okay, so we're still right. I'll come back and do that in a minute because I want to get this stuff done. So there's our hardened, which is cool. Right, so what else are we going to do? So we need the hardened casings and stuff like that, which is good. So we've got all of that. We've got this. Now we need the reactor. Guess what? There's a hardened reactor there. So we've already got one of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get the one from the mining dimension. Like so. Grab all that. Come back. Here we go. So we can now come into here. We can get our hardened casings, which I think we're supposed to put like so. So we can do that. And I'm going to do that now anyway, like so. And we should, crap. Okay, there's the other 42. So we'll put those in there. Bingo. All right, and we've still got some. So we've got our 36 reactor casings. Let's now grab everything that we actually need, which should be redstone, that, and dry ice. And what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll think a way of actually transporting the items back. Because at the moment, I mean, it would be great if we could get the flux network up and running. But at the moment, we can't. So, yeah. So this thing is just always constantly out of power. But, you know, it'll get there. Right, so this is almost built. This will give us a decent amount of power. So we do that, and there was one more, that. I am going to go and grab some more. And we also need a bucket of water. Got no buckets in there, so we'll get some in a moment. I'm going to go some of that and also a bit more of that. Let's jump down here. And what I should have is a couple of buckets. So I'm going to grab 2 lots of water. Like so. And then go back. Now obviously being able to create reactors would be, you know, really cool, but at the moment we don't really want to start from scratch. So if we do that and then fill up those things, right? So here's our. So we are actually generating more than that thing now takes, I think. Okay, it's taking a lot, but the cable is now limiting it. So that's cable it can only do 32k. And this can do 220, maximum extract of 10k. So this is why we're generating. So this will have a constant feed of power. Some trunk, it's minus 15 and 14. This doesn't seem to be moving. Ignored. There we go. Right, so that's 16. You know what? It would be nice if we could probably upgrade these cables at some point. What we might be... we're extracting... I wonder if we're just not extracting right. If these can only handle that... Is that better? Yeah, that's better. So it's now got 2 lines coming out, if so effectively doubling it. That's a bit better. Look, now we're on 17 minus 17. Let's put those back in there. Okay, minus 18. So yeah, that is now moving, so that's cool. So we've got a bigger reactor there. We now know that we can create like the reactors and all the pieces for the reactors, so that is good. So we've upgraded our reactor. We haven't upgraded our items yet, but this thing is going to grow quite big because I think this is going to be mad. We need something way bigger than that. I mean, 8 of these in one here is just rubbish. But then again, I suppose it's to stop you from doing everything too quickly, maybe. Whatever. I mean, it still works. It still works. So if I'm going to get, say for instance, we're going to get 9 times 4, because that's what it would be. It'd be 9 times 4 of these. No, not these. Let's put those back in there. There we go. 9 times 4. So let's see. 9 times 4 is 36, right? So I'm thinking, what's the next reactor? Because I'd like to upgrade that one to the next reactor. So it would be the blazing reactor, right? So it would be 9 times 4, which is 36. So we'd need 36 of these in total. Which means we would need 36 of these, maybe? No, 36, 72. We're going to start with 36. Should we start with 36? Have we got a blazing? We haven't got a blazing one, have we? No, we don't. So let's have a look in here. We'll go blazing. Okay, so we can craft those. So we've got 4 right now, right? And we need 9, 18. So I would say... I don't know, actually. Let's encode that pattern, I think. We'll encode that pattern. Now, where to put it? I do have another ME pattern provider. Just don't really want to... You know what? We're gonna sacrifice it. We're gonna put it down there. We're gonna put these 3 in it, and we're gonna go back to here, and we're gonna say I want blazing things, and we need 9 lots of 4, which is 36, right? We're missing blaze powder, which is fine, because blaze powder obviously is blaze rods into powder. So we can do that into powder, and we can put that in there. So we're essentially going to share those terminals, right? So let's see if we can get 36 of these so that we can get the next tier. Okay. Right, so that's over there. I mean, obviously that's going to take a little bit longer. There's a lot more power required. And also the import bus needs a card. Oh, I've got 1 of those cards left. Right, so it needs capacity card, which is a basic, which is one of these. So I need processor, I need one of those. But I can't because there's no processors available. Let's take that, and for the moment we're going to switch it. There we go. And then that should give us what we need. That should carry on then. What we're going to do is we're going to get the energized iron, and we're going to go and cheat. What the? No, there's hardened ones. That's fine. So where's the... Let's go stored items and craftables. Where are we? Okay, we're all out. Alright, that's not an issue. We can get a Certus. We can go throw a Certus in here. Certus in that one? Yeah. Okay, so we'll throw the Certus in there. We'll go get the coprocessor, or we'll go get the printed. We've got 3, so we'll go and get the printed, and we'll go and throw those in the end. Right, I could only do one at a time because I didn't tell it to do it, so... Let's go get those 2. We're going to go and get 2. We're not going to get all 3. Because I forgot and I can't be bothered to go back. So, yeah, that's that. So, one more of those. It does it the other way around as well. Right, so the redstone is just supplied because we're always going to use it. It's in every recipe that goes in there. So, it's not really a massive issue with that. So, let's have a look at the capacity card now. There's the redstone. The capacity card is this one. So, let's make a capacity card. There we go. Now, let's go and have a look at this and see how well the power's holding up there. Right, so the power is getting... Yeah, the power is getting restored pretty quickly. We're going to need a bit more, I think. I think we're going to need to get some different power in there. As you can see, I mean, it's not doing too bad, though. What are we on for these? We're on 16, so we've got a little way to go yet. Let's put the dielectric paste back in there and put all the other flux stuff in. We'll get rid of the bricks. The redstone card, I don't want at the moment. I need the capacity card and I need the energized. But we'll get those in a second. And what we'll do is we'll increase the capacity underneath. Now, what I would like to do is have multiple of these so that they're never going to be conflicting. And they're never going to do one thing after the other. They're always going to do multiple different things. But right now, we've got the ability to do multiple different things. And we're only ever going to use them one at a time. So what I am going to do right now, however, is we are going to go at power. And over here, we've got the next tier, which is this blue one, which is a diamond. So we're going to grab... Oh, we've got no patterns. Okay, we're going to grab a couple of No, we're not going to grab any patterns. Oh, we are. Oh. Quartz glass. Glowstone. Okay, so we're not going to grab any patterns from here. What we're going to do is going to go upstairs because I'm pretty sure I split the patterns between the two systems when I first started, and there should be about 30 up here. 32, even better. Okay, so let's hop for the... So yeah, I mean, I will fill the ones up here. What I was planning was basically making stuff up there, and then it's just got knocked around, really. I've done it down here instead. So we go here, and we go at power. We've got the blue, we've got the green. We could probably do the green, but look at the price of these now. So you can see that the amount of power required just goes up exponentially. So there's the green, 1 million FE. So that would be 36 million FE, but then when you're looking at the power generation for these systems, that will go up as well. So yeah, it does go up as well. And then obviously with the capacity card, which is here, we can now fit those other recipes in there. So we can fit up to 5 in there, and if we expand it once more, we'll get all 9. Right, so right now, what are we up to? We're up to 30, so we need 6 more. And then we should be able to split those and do 9, and we should be good, right? So let's have a look at the blazing one. Yeah, so we should be able to do and split them, get 36, do 9, we should be good. So 4 more, and then I can take out the reactor and swap it for the new one. Come on, you can do it. We just need the last 2. There we go. There's the last 2. So now what I can do is break the reactor, scoop it all up. For some reason it goes like that. We're going to put it into here, and we're going to do 4. So we're going to split that around there. We're then going to put 9 in the middle here, and we're going to scoot down to where there's 36 of these things, and we're going to create 36 of the blazing tier reactors. So put the blazing tier in place, and obviously wait for a second. We've got our water bucket ready. Chuck the water in, and then right, so that's filling up. Dry ice is done. All the other pieces are now done. We're going to switch this to auto, so when it gets to 70%. Right, so we're at 40k now that we can export at as a max extraction. We're generating almost 10k a tick. That will keep us going for a little while. Now, what we definitely need to do is upgrade the cables. We're going to have to go for, like, proper tier. I'm thinking mechanism, but we won't get into mechanism until next episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one of each of the items. So we're going to go energized. So we're going to do one of those. You can start that. That'll be great. And then what we'll do is we'll take it out of here, put it into here, and then put that over here so it gets imported into the system. And that's important. It has to be imported. Okay. That's a redstone card. We need a speed card on that one. Right, so that's now imported and that's now satisfied. Now, if you don't get it imported, if you just put it in there, it will not satisfy that recipe. So we're going to do one of these, and we're going to go over there and grab it once it's finished. So this will take a little bit longer, because obviously, you know, it's a bit bigger. And, you know, we're only doing 40k, which we're almost out of, so it will then drip feed. As you can see, it's slowed right down. But that's fine, because we can upgrade these at the same time. So next episode, we'll get into mechanism, and we'll start upgrading the network with the energy. Because this is not going to be enough energy transportation. It's great for early game, but it's just not enough for later game. So we've got one of these, we'll put in there. And then remember, we got to import it back into the system to satisfy the system. So that will be satisfied. There we go. And then we go at power, and we'll do the last one, which is the blue one. Let's go over there, watch the blue one get done, which is only 300k, so that should be perfectly speedy. Boom. Okay, and then put that on the import. There we go. Now, the more of these we have, and the bigger they are, the better tier they are, the quicker that will go, because the quicker that the stuff can get pulled, right? So, you know, the energy gets pulled into it and then transferred directly down to here, and then the quicker that does it. So obviously we're going to have to upgrade those tiers pretty shortly. But for now, we've got access to pretty much everything we need to. Now, we are going to do some cards. We're definitely going to go speed. So an acceleration card would be nice. So I'm going to grab one of those, and I'm going to go and put it on our importer for the quarry, because as you can see, it's kind of cool now. Yeah, it works pretty well. So that literally is because we've upgraded the quarry. That's the only reason. We've upgraded the quarry, so therefore that's really good. Right, the only issue that we've got with the quarry is if it runs out of resources. But that's not going to be for long. How many ender pearls do we have? So we've got 2 in the system. Really? We've only got 2. Okay, so these things over here we're going to pull out, and we're going to put into the one that we've just put there. Because what we need is we need flux. Because then I can have all of the generation here, and I can transfer and transport the power. So flux controller. Do we need a flux control? Well, technically no. Do I want one? Well, that's different. Yeah, I do really. But what I want more than anything is flux plugs. Basic flux storage. Yeah, so we're missing ender pearls and flux dust. And flux dust is that. Okay, so I can go and sort that. I'll stand here for a little bit and get rid of some of my 40 experience, and we should be good. Right, so what I'll do is I'll have everything ready for flux next episode. So I'm gonna go do some mining and generate some more XP, and then generate some more enderman. I'm gonna take that as well. We'll generate some more enderman, we'll get some more ender pearls, and I'll get some more flux dust. You guys have seen how you do flux dust. It's basically you put a obsidian block at the top, a block of flux underneath, and you smash it together. Or you go find bedrock, you put obsidian on top, and then you left click it and it smashes redstone dust and turns it into flux. So I'm not going to do that on camera, but I will have it ready for next time. Yeah. So I think we've done all right. Actually, I'm quite happy with that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm happy. If you would like and subscribe, I would much appreciate it. If you enjoyed these videos, then great. Keep watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I've been Syntosis. You've been awesome. Laters.